500. Drivers already locked in the field will have a black background. Green flag, we're racing for 150 miles. Ryan Newman, Tony Stewart on the inside. The pairing up has begun.
Yeah, we hadn't said a lot about Paul Menard, but as you can see, he's got a fast car right away. Mark Martin tucked right in behind him there. They take the lead, and that's a Childress car that Menard is driving. And you know they got steam on the hood, so that's a good match right there.
He was the fastest of those four RCR cars in qualifying last Sunday, and he'll lead the first lap of this Gatorade Duel race.
Montoya and Harvick are paired up, and then a lot of jostling further back, and you can see how those two-car tandems are able to work their way away from the rest of this field.
And the unknown, Mike, is how long can they do this now?
Well, we got
trouble already. Newman.
Spin behind you.
Ryan Newman is going to stay off the wall after spinning off turn number 2 to bring out the first caution flag of the day.
My, looked like he just lost it, Larry. I don't know. Did he get any push or not?
We'll have to take a look because we know that his teammate Tony Stewart in the 14 was right behind him.
There was contact, and Newman goes around 4 under yellow quickly in the Gatorade Duel. Let's have a look at what happened to Ryan Newman and Tony Stewart. Watch that middle pair of cars through turn 2.
What happens here, Mike, is there's a transition over there out of the banking onto the straightaway. Right here, when Ryan Newman moves out, that car's a little free. Tony Stewart was right against him, and he just spun the thing out.
Yeah, you're going from 31 degrees to 3 degrees in a very quick amount of time.
Yeah, as he steps out right here, he's also going to step around right there.
Matt Yoakum.
Mike, no harm, no foul for the Stewart House teammates. As soon as Ryan gathered it up, Tony Stewart got on Newman's frequency and asked if the car was okay and apologized for the incident. Ryan said, no worries, my car is fine. He came down pit road, got 4 fresh tires, and Stewart said, well, I'll be waiting up at the front for you. Newman says, don't worry, I'll be getting back up there soon.
3 laps complete, and the transfer spots, just as we started, Bill Elliott and Joe Nemechek. Steve?
Mike, just heard Mark Martin tell crew chief Lance McGrew. He said it will be interesting to see who will line up and push me. I can only push for 2 laps. The temperature's already getting too hot for me.
And you know, Steve, that was an issue that Mark Martin in the 5 had yesterday in practice. He said that even when he nosed it out to let a little air in that inlet, that he still was running a little bit too warm in a very short amount of laps.
5 laps complete when they come to the stripe. Menard, that bright yellow car on the outside, is the leader. Green flag once again. Busch coming up the middle. He has Bobby Labonte behind him. Busch, the yellow car, now to the inside, the 22. And Menard and Montoya go backing up.
And that's Bill Elliott. That 09 car showing a little bit of muscle here in his first Gatorade Duel race.
Kurt Busch in that 22, Larry. Of course, he won the Bud Shootout here this past Saturday night. A lot of people like running with him. Really has a good knack for getting around Daytona.
Boys, we've got 3 wide, 4 deep coming off turn 4, and we're not even to lap 10 of this race.
What always happens, Mike, Larry, is there's a sense of urgency on these restarts. You can't let that front group get very far away from you, or you'll never chase them back down. So you got to take some chances right here.
Earnhardt Jr. started in the back. He's currently 23rd out of 24. Remember, he will start in the back of the Daytona 500 field no matter what.
And they didn't get that car on the racetrack. So that car was put together in the garage. These are the first laps that he's had in this race car.
Now look at the lead that Mark Martin and Tony Stewart has built up. That's because those two drivers have stayed bumper to bumper, and everyone back there behind them are mixing it up, and they're just able to drive away right now.
And this is a good test right here, Larry. Mike, how long can they stay hooked up like that? They're going to have to make a swap here from one to the other pretty quickly, I think.
At the front, it's a two-car test session, but from 5th place on back, it's the land rush out of turn number 2, and it's still 3 wide. All the way back. That is Elliott up on the outside. Pick a partner, pick a lane.
Well, you see everybody trying to group up. That first 6 or 8 cars there, trying to group up so they can go chase down Mark Martin and Tony Stewart up here leading the race right now.
Now Saturday night in the Budweiser shootout, no 2 cars could get away from the pack. So a lead of this size, 1.7 seconds. That's a lot different from what we saw Saturday night.
Now Ryan Newman in that 39 car, remember, he was our first caution as we got a little bit of swap for the lead, and you can see how quick those two drivers did it because you lose a lot less time the quicker you can make that swap.
Show you the exchange again.
And this is something these guys have all worked on every practice session. Making the swap and not losing any time, or at least amount of time as possible. Right back into drafting form.
But in making this switch, that 1.7 second lead, Michael.
Whoa, what happened here now? Something happened off of 2 over there. There is no way that Kenseth and Harvick wanted to give up that inside and lose the lead like this. That's a bad move right there.
Not only did it give it up to the 4 and the 42, they gave it up to Kurt Busch and the 22 and Regan Smith.
The car smoking down on the apron of turn 4.
That's Kenseth telling his spotter he needed to know what was going on there before it happened.
And that's Michael McDowell.
Michael McDowell, he's driving the MRO car there. That's our Motor Racing Outreach, our ministry here at the track. Michael's a good little kid. I hate that for him.
McDowell will not make the Daytona 500.
See what happened here, Mike, because all of a sudden Casey Kane and Montoya got a run up the inside here, and I can't believe they didn't block them. I mean, we're coming to the last 2 or 3 laps of the race. You can't let them have the inside like that.
You heard Matt Kenseth tell Mike Kalanoff, his spotter, you've got to anticipate a little more on me.
Bad strategy.
Caution with 4 laps to go. Casey Kane, the new leader.
Teammates, but I really believe the restart here, if the 4 and the 78 get a good start, 78 doesn't.
4 does.
And there goes the 4 right down in front of the 42.
Well, he goes down, picks up Montoya, while Busch and Smith are together again.
Yeah, Regan just got a terrible restart there, and that hurt his chances of hooking up with the 4 car.
So maybe everybody got their drafting partners back, including Harvick and Kenseth.
Maybe it's better this way.
We're about to find out.
We will.
Jimmy is a lonely man, and this is why.
How about those 2 teammates there? Mark Martin in the 5, Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 88. They're back in the picture here.
If I was Ryan Newman, though, and I looked in my mirror and I saw Tony Stewart, I said, man, that's the way we started. I don't know if there's a good idea or not.
Kurt Busch and Regan Smith, they've been the most potent of the drafting duos in this race, and they'll face the white flag this time.
I think what people are learning right here, right now, is that Regan Smith is a good guy to get hooked up with.
And Darrell, I don't think they have a choice but to stay like that till we get well off turn 4. I don't think they can start mixing it up too early.
Dinger through the middle. Allmendinger coming with Menard. Threads the needle, looking for 3rd place.
And look at Ryan Newman and Tony Stewart, but they have nowhere to go. They had a head of steam, had to back off.
Transfer spot, Elliott and Yaley ahead of Nemechek and Conway now.
What will Regan Smith do in that 78 car coming to the tri-oval?
I'll tell you what he's going to do. He's going to push, push, push.
Well, he's got enough room to look out and try to win it, but he's steaming along. It's going to be Kurt Busch.
Whoa, he looked, but he couldn't do it.
Oh!
You got it, baby.
Into the 500 is J.J. Yaley from Phoenix, Arizona. He had one shot to make the race, and he made the most of it. He and Bill Elliott will transfer in.
Got the free pass on that last caution. They came to pit road. I think they made an adjustment on the race car, and he's going to race at Daytona 500.
Now that also means that Elliott will not have to fall back on his qualifying speed. That will put Michael Waltrip into a guaranteed spot.
Good for him.
Based
on his qualifying speed. What a move for Yaley. Got the free pass, found himself a partner, and he'll be in the Great American Race on Sunday as Kurt Busch will go to victory lane for the second time this week. The run to the checkered flag, where Regan Smith pushes Kurt Busch all the way to the exit of turn 4 and then steaming along. Tries the right, tries the left, pulls out and gets a hard-fought, hard-won second place. Kurt Busch the winner. And the other big winner is J.J. Yaley. As Yaley working along there with the 36 of Dave Blaney, though Blaney was a lap down. J.J. Yaley is going to be in the Daytona 500. Down to victory lane, Steve Burns.
And Kurt Busch has just taken off the seatbelts, and tell you what, this race team is really making a statement. A win in the Budweiser shootout and then the Gatorade Duel. Kurt, you guys are really putting it on the field here. How much confidence do you have after this win looking towards Sunday?
Well, this is just an incredible speed week, so I just don't want it to end. I want to make sure we keep doing everything right, and it's just amazing to be able to do this in a double deuce right now with Shell Pennzoil and our Dodge. To find the right drafting partners out there to make different things happen, you're learning every lap. There's always something to absorb and something to check out. So I just got to thank everybody that's part of this program, all of our associate sponsors. Coca-Cola, they came on board. This is sweet. Got guys like AAA, Lennox, Snap-on Tools, Discount Tire, a bunch of guys. But Sprint, thanks for having us for us here.
Kurt, biggest lesson learned today?
It's amazing what partnerships can do out on the racetrack. And when two guys can think the same way without saying a word, things are going to happen for those two guys. So Regan Smith, thanks to him, Keselowski, my teammate, all the stuff we tested and testing during December and January, it's coming to fruit. So thanks a lot, and Tag Heuer. Sunny day out today. This is great. Love it. Thanks, guys.
Congratulations, Kurt.
Appreciate it.
Chris Devoda.
The sun is shining on Kurt Busch today. Let's take a look at the Gatorade G Series results from Duel race number 1. And Jeff, he mentioned his normal partner, Brad Keselowski, not in this field. Regan Smith was his partner today.
This guy can work with anybody, and Regan Smith right now was an excellent, partner for him, and they worked together all day long. It was just incredible.
And obviously a lot of these guys learning things, partnering up for Sunday's Daytona 500. The other winners in this race, they didn't go to victory lane, but Bill Elliott, we knew he was locked in. J.J. Yaley will race in the Daytona 500. We'll be back. We'll hear from some of those celebrating. There you see drivers who were in race number 1, and there is the winning car getting pushed. Kurt Busch wins number 1.